back to this. Okay, this question comes from the Forgiven Hacker. Ever bowled two-handed on wood lanes? Yeah, many times. We had wood lanes here in my hometown for a very long time. A lot of places in Australia had wood lanes growing up. The most recent time that I bowled on wood lanes for a title was in Japan for the Japan Cup, where I was able to win. I actually didn't have a lot of success in the Japan Cup in this center for a really long time. And yeah, the wood lanes there would give me a lot of grief. They just rolled so early and the pattern was always super long. I didn't really enjoy that format, that condition on that surface. But I decided to kind of figure something out, and I was really determined to win it. Mainly because Chris Barnes said I probably won't ever win it. So the fact that Chris said he'll never win it was enough. I'm working this out, and then I won it the next year. Thanks, Chris. Dizzy _ Scar City 3743 says, what are his finger pitches for both spare and his strike balls? Well, I already told you what my finger pitches were for my strike ball, but my spare ball is exactly the same. But here's a little fun fact that a lot of people don't know, and they get a little bit, like shocked when they see my spare ball. So my spare ball doesn't have any grips in it. But the finger holes are a 31-32 bit size. They are a huge finger hole. And the reason why they aren't fitted to my fingers is because growing up, my dad never bought me a spare ball. In his view, we had 100 house balls on the rack. So if I wanted a plastic ball when I was bowling league as a little kid, he told me go use a house ball. And so you imagine when you go to a bowling center and you see a 15-pound or a 14-pound house ball, those finger holes are super big. Well, I got used to sparing with that finger hole size that when it was time to get my own, nothing else felt right. So I stuck with it and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna keep drilling the holes as big as the house balls. And it's worked out pretty well for me. Cyborg Sandwich says, do you regret not letting Brad Miller have the Chameleon Championship in 2020? No, I do not regret beating him at all. He bowled pretty amazing that show, actually. And coming into the title match, I was probably feeling less confident than it might have looked. I think he beat EJ and Anthony Simonson on his way to then face me. So it's as strong as it gets in terms of a stepladder final. And so he beat those two guys, and obviously he's probably feeling like, well, if I can take down those two, I can take down this guy. And halfway through the game, I actually think he was ahead. So he had a chance, but then I made a little bit of a change. I actually remember, because it was a horribly tough pattern, horribly tough. And in my practice shots, every time I used reactive, I had the most inconsistent ball shape. Now my urethane ball at the time, I didn't think it was that great either, but at least I knew what it was going to do. I knew if it was going to hit the pocket or not. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to use urethane. But halfway through the game, the lane started to hook even more in the fronts. And so I just had to give it just that little bit of extra loft on the left lane only. The right lane was fine, but the left lane was a little bit, it was burning up a little more. And so there was a shot, I think it was the 9th, where I kind of get this super weird off hit. It was like the 5-pin, the head pin goes into the 5-pin and into the 7-pin. It was like it was one of those kind of weird shots, but it gave me a triple, and I let out like a little mini boom, and then Brad I think he ran out of room on the lane, especially on that left lane. It was a really tough lane, but he did strike out in the 10th on that left lane, which I thought there was no chance of him doing, but he did. And it forced me, I think, to get the first hit in the 10th, which I was able to do. But no regrets. Brad will win. I don't know where or when, but he is a quality player. And he has every opportunity with his ability, his skills. He can put together a tournament from beginning to end and win it. So, no regrets, but he'll get his first soon. C-Dude 1995 asks, is he excited for the Belmo experience in Southern California this year? Some little context. I run these Belmo experience type events where I come in, I bowl a tournament or a pro-am with the local people. We have an absolute blast, and they go for like 4 or 5 hours, sometimes longer. Sometimes we do multiple squads. They honestly, when I'm not in the middle of competition, it's like on tour, a pro-am can be really exhausting because you're so focused on doing well for the tournament that it's hard to just be like, oh, I'm in a super jovial, fun mood because I want to play games and have fun. It can be really hard to switch that on and off sometimes, in particular for a major championship. So when I do these Belmo experiences, I'm not competing. I'm there purely for fun. The people, I feed off their energy. The one in Southern California last year, shout out to John Struckman and the Pro Approach Bowling team that are bringing me in again. They are fantastic. Anyone in Southern California needs to get your ball drilled. Get it drilled by John Struckman. The guy's a genius. But coming back to Southern California, I am really excited. Yeah, you guys looked after me, treated me so well, and I had a blast. Why wouldn't I want to do that again? All right, I'm going to finish it off on a question that I think is very relatable to everything we're doing right now. Moonbay 982 says, since you have been making more YouTube content over the last couple of years, do you feel that having a YouTube channel that posts regular content during the tour season has changed your performance compared to when you did not have to worry about content and could just show up to bowl? I'm going to answer this very honestly. No. Jillian, who is behind the camera, is incredible. She's very professional. Over the years now that we've been working together, she's learned so much about the game of bowling, how to shoot it, what to look for. I think initially there were probably more moments where I felt like I was a mini director and bowling. So I'm like, hey Jillian, can you get this angle? Hey Jillian, can you make sure you get this? Hey Jillian, hey Jillian, hey Jillian. And I don't do that anymore. She is always in the right spot. She understands the context of the tournament that I'm bowling. And she gets some really, really great angles of me bowling. And I think the format that we have together, working together, the way that we structure each of the episodes, she's such a pro that it's not that hard for me to do. I don't feel any extra pressure either. What I enjoy about the channel is, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to do it was I'm a huge Roger Federer fan, a huge LeBron James fan. And I used to think, what would it be like to truly see these people do what they do, but behind the national TV, like getting the real story? And I thought, I wonder if there would be anyone out there that is interested in watching what happens to me. If I feel that way about these two individuals, maybe there are people that feel this way about my career. And so reaching out to Jillian, actually, it was just a Facebook question I asked, I believe, or an Instagram post that I asked. And Jillian contacted me and said, hey, I'd be kind of interested to do this. So since doing it, I feel like it's almost a journal for me to look back on as well. I love the ability to maybe in 10, 15, 20 years to look back at these episodes and either cringe at what I was like after a bad set, but also, take a little pride in myself. The other thing I love about it is when we do upload a new episode, my family gets to watch it and they kind of feel like they're riding the ride with me because they don't get to see me on the day-to-day basis. We get to FaceTime and they get to ask how it was, but they don't really get to see what it's like. So Jillian is offering not just fans an opportunity to see what's going on, but also my family and my close friends here. And I love that. I love when they send me a message and they quote me in my latest channel, in my latest video I've uploaded, or they say something funny about something that I might not have even seen. They caught something in the background and they said, hey, that was really funny. Did you see that? And I'm like, no, I got to go back and watch that. So I don't know. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's something that I think we're going to keep doing for a while to come. Anyway, I've had to start the fire a couple of times. It is now nearly out again. I really need to get some better wood. I pick up all the wood off my property. So it's just old trees that, fallen over, and I cut them up, but doesn't look like it's doing the job. Might have to go and get some proper wood. But thank you for watching. I'll do one of these Ask Belmo series things again in the near future. Probably next time will be in a bowling center somewhere in the United States. But thanks for watching. Enjoy. Peace. G'day, thanks for watching. If you loved this one, check out the rest of the videos from this playlist or any other playlist. Make sure that you like the video and please subscribe if you would love to be the first to catch any of the latest of the behind the scenes and a whole lot of other cool stuff.